Part 1, College. Why am I here at PCC majoring in kinesiology? I'm here firstly because it's the closest community college to me, and I have an end goal of becoming a physical therapist, and that starts right here. The goals for my time here at PCC are pretty straightforward. I want to get my associates, I want to knock out Doctor of Physical Therapy prerequisites, and I want to learn more about kinesiology before I transfer. I want to transfer to CSUN, California State University of Northridge. CSUN's admission requirements are pretty straightforward. I need to finish 60 units before I transfer, and I need to at least get a C in all my classes. And I need to make sure I finish all the lower division requirements for my for the major I'm transferring into, because CSUN does not take lower division transfers. CSUN's kinesiology department admission requirements are much less than CSUN's general admission. I need to first get admitted to CSUN, and I need to make sure I have my associates in arts by the time I transfer. But besides that, not much else. The application process is also pretty straightforward. I need to get all my personal information together, and then I would apply through Cal State Apply, which I believe is a website that I would apply through if I'm going to any Cal State, instead of CSUN having their own personal website, which I thought was interesting. And then I need to make sure my transcripts are submitted by their deadlines. I couldn't find too much information on internship opportunities at CSUN. However, I was directed toward their career center, and on their career center, these three resources, Handshake, Career Link, and From Here to Career, were listed with the jobs and internship resources. So I believe these would be some of the resources available to me when I go to CSUN. Here's the numbers for CSUN. I've got the graduation rate, acceptance rate, and demographics, and it looks like it would cost me around $4,000 in tuition per semester, or about $8,000 per year, plus books and supplies and fees. So some of the classes I'm looking forward to taking at CSUN are their biomechanics classes, which are some of my major classes that they offer, and those seem like they'll be very interesting to dive deeper into. Some classes I'm concerned about are the English classes that I didn't know I would have to take until I did this project. I wasn't expecting to have to take any more general education classes when I got to a 4-year, so that sucks. Part 2, career. I want to be a physical therapist. The licensing requirements for physical therapists in California are pretty straightforward. I have to complete the NPTE and the CalJam. The NPTE is an exam that tests my knowledge of physical therapy, whereas the CalJam is a test of my legal understanding of what it would be like to practice as a physical therapist in California. Something everyone might not think about is that the services of a physical therapist extend beyond therapy and rehab treatments. You also might have physical therapy assistants working under you with the patients, giving you a more supervisory role. Talking to clients about conditions, payments, or insurance, as well as building a professional, personal relationship with them, would be some of the duties that would be expected of you as a physical therapist. And administrative duties would include things like making plans, reports, or files for all the other aspects of being a physical therapist. As far as opportunities for advancement go for physical therapists, there are a number of specialty certifications that they can pursue to specialize them more within the field of physical therapy and create opportunities for themselves through these specializations. The Bureau of Labor Statistics does estimate that they have a 14% average expected growth for number of jobs in the market, which I believe the average for all jobs is around 7%. So it does look promising. Thankfully, physical therapists seem to make, on average, a pretty good amount of money, which is great because they spend so long. I'm going to spend so long trying to become a physical therapist, and it's going to cost a lot of debt for me to achieve that. But on average, around 114,000 from the Bureau of Labor Statistics here in California. That's their California data. And from Indeed, it's pretty similar number. I've chosen this career for a number of reasons. First, being autonomy. There's a lot of potential in this career for me to own my own practice, my own business, where I'm in charge of myself and how my day goes. Even if it may be less viable in the future, it's very important to me. And so having that option is something I really want in a career. And movement is something that is very important in my life. It is something that has helped me so much in so many different ways. So it's something I really do love, and I love learning about it because of that. And then I see the societal importance on the bigger picture importance of movement. I want to help bridge the gap and make money from that, make a living on bridging the gap between movement and society within our communities. Also, being a physical therapist has a certain status to it because it is an advanced degree. I do enjoy the idea of one day being an expert in something. I have this thing that proves I am too, and that's a smaller aspect, but it is an aspect nonetheless. And I do believe that it is a quite virtuous career. I think that I'd be uh, in the realm of pain management and relief. And I don't think there's anything that I could feel more fulfilled doing than helping people with pain management and relief. As a physical therapist, there are many work environments that I may have the opportunity to work in the future. But it seems that they generally are split into two areas: healthcare related environments and sports related environments, hospitals versus schools and sports facilities, right? Now, becoming a physical therapist, I know is not all good. There are pros and there are cons. The main thing for this is I am very interested in learning more, and I think I like the idea of how my day will look. And for the cons, the main thing is it is a long time in school, and school is hard and expensive. So those are the main things that I see, but it still weighs heavier on the pros side, in my opinion. So as far as ethics go, APTA, the American Physical Therapy Association, did have a massive code of ethics. It was, I believe, like 2 pages long. So this is the shortened version of it. Just respect others, be trustworthy, act with integrity, don't break the law, and support health in your community and nationwide. So, as far as a day in the life goes, for me as a physical therapist, what I assume I'd be doing around three things. I think the most obvious and probably, hopefully, what I'd spend most of my time doing is this picture right here, where I'd be helping people through treatments. I'd be doing examinations and just working with clients to fix the issues that they have. Right. I hope that's where it's been most of my time. But I understand too that I would need to have clients and work on getting clients. And that's what this gift basket represents. I'm going to need to constantly be networking or figuring out a way that I can reach out to others in order to provide my services to them. I mean, I could possibly just wait for them to find me, but I don't think that'll work very good. And then on top of that, the one over there with him sitting there, I know there's going to be a lot of clerical work involved in my day-to-day life as a physical therapist. I know that I'm going to need to track things and plan things and uh, be writing a lot of stuff down and sitting down from time to time. So as far as reflections and final thoughts go, I wrote down a couple of questions that I want to give the answer to about this project. So as far as what I learned from this, the main thing would be that the Doctor of Physical Therapy program that I want to get into has a ridiculously low acceptance rate. It doesn't necessarily have a rate of acceptance, but they accept about 32 people per year. And even if I choose another school that I'd like to go to, that's still 60 people that are getting in. And at least from Google, it said that around 1,000 people apply, which is a very, very low percentage of people that get in. And there's quite a few of physical therapy organizations out there that I did not know about previously. So I learned a lot about those organizations through working on this project. So as far as this career being the career for me, I do still think so. I mean, I think that I'm going to doubt myself at times. I'm always going to doubt myself in the future and what I want and whether I'm in the right place. But this I still am mostly positive about. So I'm just going to stay the course, do my best. And if I change my mind, I change my mind. But as far as right now, this is still what I want. So, as far as obtaining the experience I will be needing for this career, I have a few plans. So, first, local physical therapist. And what I mean by that is I am going to start with the closest physical therapist office that I can find to me. And I'll either go in person, most likely go in person. But if I'm not allowed to do that, then I'll write letters. But I'm going to go in person and try to introduce myself and ask about shadowing or ask about volunteers. Um, and I'm just going to keep going. So that'll be what I do with the first one that's closest to me, and then the next one. And I might even come back if, like, depending on the situation and how the first meeting went, if they say no. And I think if I do that consistently and hit enough in sheer numbers, I'm going to eventually at least get lucky and get some of those volunteer and work hours. And then I want to take advantage of the career centers here at PCC and when I transfer to CSUN. I think that they have a lot of opportunities that, as long as I keep my eye on them and maybe go in and talk to them about things, I might be able to get internship opportunities that could greatly benefit me. Um, Also, part-time jobs. I have seen that they will hire physical therapy aides, which is just under the assistant. They don't work with the uh, clients, I believe. They're mostly cleaning and assistant to the assistant almost. But I have seen those jobs posted on Indeed and LinkedIn before. And so I'll keep an eye out for those and apply to those as they pop up because I believe those could be very beneficial for networking and learning. And that is my project. Thank you.